My daughter is completely unstable.
We had no choice but to rescue our grandchildren.
Jennifer's 18-year-old daughter, Sarah, sides with her grandparents.
My mom does crazy things and she behaves crazy. I think she's mentally unstable.
And Jennifer's 20-year-old son, Josh, says he has excommunicated his mother for the past 2 years.
I'm very angry at her for what she's done to the family.
Now Jennifer's 3 children all live with their grandparents, Ann and Charles. But Jennifer insists everyone is wrong, and she even accuses her own parents of poisoning her children against her.
My 6-year-old daughter is living with my parents right now. I do believe that my parents have fraudulently gained custody of my daughter. My parents are claiming that I was diagnosed as bipolar and also schizophrenic. It's ugly, it's cruel, it's not true. They want me to look incompetent. Therefore, they can gain custody of my children. I also have 2 children, Sarah, who's 18, and Joshua, who's 20, who both live with my parents. We were all living together up until the spring of last year. I was divorced in 2008. My parents didn't want me to get divorced. That's why they took my children. My parents have poisoned the minds of my children against me. Right now, I barely talk to both of my parents. My dad has wanted nothing to do with me pretty much for the past 2 years. My parents are also making up stuff about me abusing a prescription that I'm not using drugs right now, but I did use drugs in my past. I took Adderall because I had ADHD. I would be willing to take a drug test to prove I'm not abusing drugs. Right now, I get to see my daughter 1 day a week. I have supervised visitation. I'm a very good mother. I do deserve to parent my children, have them in my life. I want my daughter to live with me immediately. Miss her so much. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Okay, Jennifer, let me just start in here. You have 3 children, correct?
Yes.
And none of the 3 are with you.
Correct.
2 of your children are of age now, so they're able to do whatever they choose to do. But we have a daughter here that's 6 years old, correct? And she now is in the temporary custody of your parents. And you feel that you are able to take care of her and that they have fraudulently obtained custody of her.
Yes, I do.
What is the fraud?
I have never been diagnosed by any psychiatric doctors except for the one that I saw. So there's 2 diagnoses. One says I'm schizophrenic and the other says I'm bipolar. And
okay, but let me be very clear here. And I want to say this on behalf of all of the people and all of the parents in America right now that would have a diagnosis of bipolar or schizophrenia. That in no way precludes you from being a quality parent.
I agree.
If you did have a diagnosis of bipolar, that would not preclude you from being a quality parent. Why would that be a basis for removing a daughter from your care?
I agree with you. That was one of the things because my
We have a letter from your doctor at the beginning of 2014 that states that your diagnosis is ADHD.
Right.
And that your prescribed medication is a form of Adderall.
I don't, correct, and I don't take that anymore.
Here's the letter. January 31st, 2014, I'm writing this letter on behalf of my patient, Jennifer, and she has been a patient of mine since '07. I have prescribed the following medications for her: attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity, ADHD. So the diagnosis here doesn't say bipolar or schizophrenia. It says it's been your doctor for 7 years, and the diagnosis is ADHD. ADD and ADHD, it doesn't say bipolar, doesn't say schizophrenia. It says your diagnosis is ADD, ADHD. So that certainly doesn't say that you are bipolar or schizophrenic, neither of which would preclude you as a parent, even if it did say that, but it doesn't say that. So you have right here a document from your doctor.